Newswatch at Noon in-depth reporter Danny Dean is live at Peden Stadium. Danny, how tough is that route for Southeast Ohio kids trying to get that golden ticket to college?
They want to get right here, but it's a lot tougher for kids from this area. They don't have the same exposure as students from other high schools with more resources. Still, if college education is the question, for some kids, sports may be the only answer.
Oh, the story and the agony of recruiting.
Jared Sparling is a former college football player and recruiter, and now spends his time shaping the future careers of his athletes as a River Valley High School head coach. While some seniors are celebrating commitments on National Signing Day, juniors are just beginning their recruiting process. But let's take it all the way back to step one, defining your goals.
You know, obviously when they're freshmen and sophomores, if they have those aspirations, we have communication and we're kind of guiding them. After signing day, sometime in March and April, I'll sit down with my seniors to be and kind of tell them, hey, listen, if this is what you want to do, here's what the next few months need to look like.
Step two, get out there and get yourself seen, which isn't an easy task for athletes in Southeast Ohio. Donnie Johnson, a former Gallia Academy standout, went through this process. He figured out the key to exposure when you come from a small Appalachian high school.
Don't be that 18-year-old shy kid that you don't want to ask questions. Ask questions, go to every single visit you can, annoy the coaches, and expose yourself, because in this world today, nobody's going to really take care of you better than you. I left it all on the field and let everything happen for itself, is the way I took that approach. My junior year is when I started getting exposure, attending camps, filling out those questionnaires. I took official visit to West Virginia.
You know, in June and July, you need to go to as many one-day camps as you possibly can.
Today, high school athletes have technology on their side. For example, the website huddle.com, a company that provides an easy-to-use highlight production and video review service for football teams. And this leads us to step three, use your resources.
Huddle allows you to make your own videos, and it's easy to get out to people by all social medias. And then you can send it by email, and coaches and anybody that has Huddle can access your videos without you even having to give them permission. They can view your profiles and all your videos on there. It's very simple. This is the main homepage, and you can search players, view highlights from your team. I have my basketball and my football accounts on here, and you can just access either one very easily. All right, so you can make your featured highlight your first highlight, and then people can just scroll through and see each video you made, and you can share them, or you can go back and edit them anytime you want.
So on one hand, you have these recruiting websites nowadays to where anybody can make a highlight film and put it on there. And highlight films and technology is becoming so great that you might not be the player that everyone thought you were on film because it's a highlight.
I think highlight films are the easiest way to get noticed, but you have to have substantial game film to back it up.
Only about 1 in 4 kids from Southeast Ohio take the step to higher education, and we wanted to find out what it takes to make those steps on a football field. Right now, this sideline is empty, but during the season, it's filled with players from all over the country. Doesn't matter where you came from, all that matters is your performance on the field.
There's a lot of guys that are proactive and do what they're supposed to do. There's some, like I have one right now, that one's been on my last nerve. Hey, take the ACT, take the ACT, take the ACT. I have 3 coaches waiting for his score. So what we tell our guys is, hey, listen, you know, the higher your GPA is, the better your test score is, the more money you're going to get, you know, in your whole athletic package.
All coaches stress grades, and my dad and my parents stress grades really bad. I'm a straight A student, so that helps. I think I take grades very seriously. I think that's the first thing they'll look at, is what my grades are, especially when it comes down to who they're going to give offers to.
For us at River Valley, in my experience, being on the other side of the table, we've taken so many kids over the years that probably would not get a college education if it weren't for sports. You know, because I think the day of of everybody just going to college because it's the thing you do. I think those days are over, and honestly, college is so expensive nowadays. There's not a lot of people that just voluntarily go in and say, okay, well, yeah, I'll spend $20,000, $30,000 a year on an education.
Giving advice to kids is don't waste an opportunity to do what you want to do and be successful. And not all kids and not all people are meant for college, but at the same time, don't sell yourself short on knowledge. Knowledge is power, and no one can ever take knowledge away from an individual.
Jared Sparling has sent students to higher education every year as a River Valley head football coach. Some are on the fast track to a pre-med degree while playing football, and others realize that Appalachia is home and they return to the hills of Southeast Ohio. Either way, the gridiron helped them figure it out.
Danny, since Huddle is so easily accessible, is it popular outside of Appalachia?
Yes, it is. It's very popular, and since it's become so easy to use and so accessible, it's almost a negative because it's easy for students to get lost in the highlight mix. Sparling told me that it's more beneficial to have full game footage. Reporting for Newswatch at Noon in depth, I'm Danny Dean.